So we keep it simple. We keep it about your effort, which has to be what you're capable of. You give every ounce of energy you have. We're gonna be in the city for 72 hours, right? We're asking for 7 minutes of work to do your job. 7 minutes of work, all right, doing your job. So do it. Some of you came down here expecting for a different opponent you're gonna get. On the battlefield, do they weigh in before you fight? Has anybody read a book where they weigh people in before the fight starts? No, it's ridiculous, right? It doesn't happen. Smaller men have whipped bigger men since the beginning of time. Grateful to have this opportunity to fight side by side. It's the last one of the year. All right, so let's get it done.
Good job, good wrestling. All right, 2 weeks till Big Tens. Stay on it, stay focused, and make a decision. That's all I got.
That's right. That's where it counts now.
Let's go Bucks on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go Bucks.
I'm a big Florida guy. I love the nice weather. I think as soon as we got here right out of the airport, I already had my shirt off. We don't have a flight until later tonight, so we're just relaxing, playing some games at the pool.
Oh my God. You know this game? Yeah, I'm alright. You just got lucky.
With the freshmen coming in too, this is probably the closest I've ever been to the freshman class coming in. And I don't know, I think it's just their personalities. They're just goofy kids that like to joke around and have a good time, so we bond really well with them.
What's up? How we doing? Enjoy the weather. Season's done for me. Redshirt year in the books. Get ready for next year now. I'm gonna ground you.
Just enjoying home for a little bit.
Home?
Oh yeah, I'm from Florida. So enjoying it. And then I gotta go back to Ohio, back to the cold, which sucks.
You know, coming in as a freshman, I'm only 19, and we got some old men on the team. So, you know, they took me under their wing, showed me the ropes, and, you know, we all got super close. My team in high school was close, but you get to college and you go through a gruesome season like this, it's hard not to get close with your teammates. It's actually my first time in Florida. You know, it's nice getting to enjoy the weather.
We usually just sleep in the hotel all day.
Much needed.
Arm drag.
Yeah, so we're 2 days out from Big Tens, so we leave after practice today. So you guys will do on your own little workout and get some weight off and sweat, and then we'll head up to Ann Arbor tonight.
Get in. Best time of the year, most fun. Get in what you need, all right? Here we go.
Yeah, just one match at a time, you know, don't be consumed by all the extras and extra cameras and, you know, the intensity of it. At the end of the day, it's your body of work from training versus somebody else's, and just let it fly.
5 o'clock, we're on the bus right at 5 and we roll, right? 5 o'clock we roll. All right, go Bucks.
I'm excited.
Seems like it's a really close team this year, and they have a lot of fun with each other. So I think they're in good shape to peak for postseason. That's the most important thing, is guys are just feeling very confident in their wrestling going into Big Tens. We go through a lot of hard stuff together, and I think that's what any good team bonds over, is just doing hard shit together next to each other. Postseason's grind, people get hurt, you know, build each other up, and you just go through the ups and downs and wins and losses of the season. There's so many storylines on this team with guys in their 6th year of college and true freshmen, and just a modge podge of different experiences.
Doesn't work, but you just watch it.
I was trying to get around with it.
What are you doing? Ah.
Yeah, I'm always last on the bus. So once I'm on the bus, we good to go.
All right.
Get up.
So an Ohio State wrestling bus ride up to the Big Tens or anywhere is a lot different for me than the team. I use it as a meditation period. You try to just relax.
Why, you think you can't win the Big Tens if you have this?
I know I can't.
Gotta get tough.
Don't you worry, bro.
It's the critical time in building a team. You know, they're all together, they're locked in a close, spot together. It could be 5, 6, 7 hours of travel. You're all starving. You know, it's misery loves company. You know, when they're all starving. It's a lot different, I would imagine, than most teams' trips. There's no gas stops. There's apples on the bus and water, and that's the life of a college wrestler. Most of them have a great time and have fun. They sit in the back of the bus, hooting and hollering, and play all sorts of games. I love Mafia. Mafia is stressful.
Silent killer.
I'm trying to figure out who the bad guys are and who the good guys are.
Everybody heads up. Patty, you're dead.
And it gets heated when Mafia is a game about lying, and so when you want one of your buddies to trust you and he's not trusting you, it gets irritating.
I think it might be.
We were suspicious on
I don't know if I can do.
But I would say the best are Logan's really good, Jay is really good. People who've been around forever. They're the good ones. So. Definitely not Hoffman. Hoffman's the worst Mafia player ever.
Hoffman! I told you slip up, Hoffman.
Hoffman, you got a rebuttal?
There's nothing I can say.
Hey, Hoffman, you did a good job.
It's Saturday morning, first day of Big Tens. They all got up on time and we're on the bus. Well, there's 14 men in a weight class. It's a brutally tough bracket. You've got #1 ranked guys in the country, several in each weight class. If the Big Ten was a country, if it was a country, it'd be the 3rd best country in the world, and maybe better at the sport of wrestling. So it's just a tough environment. And coming through this tournament, it hardens you. It hardens you as a competitor, because there's no way to get through it and not be hardened or be broken. Got just highly passionate, skilled, effort-giving monsters in many weight classes. You know, it's a breeding ground for true warriors.
Pretty wild, man, because like right away, Saturday morning, it's just madness.
All right, we're here at the 2023 Big Ten Championships. Man, this is one of the toughest tournaments of the year, arguably tougher than the NCAA's. There's fire, there's heat right out the gate. You're gonna see some top 15 matches early on. They're looking to have a breakout performance, the best performance of the year. Stands should be packed, the crowd should be rowdy. It is by far, hands down, the toughest wrestling conference in the country, and we're gonna see what this year brings.
Big Ten tournament, 14 teams. The brackets are small, but first round there's good matches, good wrestling, and one of the toughest tournaments there is.
But yeah, these guys are ready to go. They got to trust. Doubt's a real thing. You can't let it seep in. Trust your team, trust your coaches, trust yourself, trust your training.
I mean, it's heat right away, so you just got to be ready right away. This year it was kind of crazy. It was kind of some more chaos, right? Like a year of chaos for the Bucks, really.
Looking to have the best performance of the year now. We'll see if that's going to happen, but if you're going to do it, now's the time.
Only had, 3 or 4 practices leading up to Big Tens. Couldn't really go hard, so Big Tens I didn't know if I could wrestle.
First round match, I had a heater. So I was down late. I knew I had the conditioning and everything there in me. I had to dig deep to get that takedown at the end. Like, we were both really tired, and I was really tired as well, but I was able to dig a little deeper and go get the takedown.
Your winner for the Buckeyes, Caleb Romero.
Going through Big Tens, I wrestled the Michigan kid first, Lamer. He scraps, you know, round of 12 guy. You know, he's a tough opponent. And then had Murin from Iowa in the semifinals. He's always given me like a close match in college, but I kind of separated myself a little bit. That was just like, that was a good match for me, just because he always kept things close. I was ready to put this away.
The match against Facundo at Big Tens was, I just told myself this is going to be the hardest thing we've ever done. Just focus right here, right now. Nothing else matters. Just focus on the match, focus on wrestling.
His arm can slip easier if you have him back. Back him up. Great effort, great skill. Good job, man. Good job. Look good.
Thanks, Coach.
Did you see on the one where you had his leg up in the air like this?
Yeah.
When you run him,
Pulled it in too.
yeah, and when you run him, if you go like that, he's going that way. If you run him, you literally pull it above. So he's going in the air and he's coming towards you. So up and over the top of your head, so he swings in. Good match. Good match. You got to be ready, man. You got to be ready for the guy to roll. Great ones are ready. You want to be a great one? They can be a great one. They can be the one that just keeps getting rolled. You got to make up your mind. You put yourself in an advantage position, and then you took yourself out of it by not being focused. When they roll, you move your feet. Stay low, move your feet. He falls on his face, you get the takedown. You might have been focused, but you didn't make the right decision at the right time. That's all. You got to come back. A little while. We'll come back around.
This round?
Yeah, cool down, get your mind right. Just come back and wrestle.
My role today is to get anyone warm that needs to get warm, roll around with the guys if they need it. Right now, no one needs that right now, so I'm just hanging out, waiting for someone to tell me what to do.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, kind of just being here makes you want to wrestle in it, but I love watching these guys compete. Freaking so much heart, so much fight, it's awesome.
I can't wait until next year because I want to wrestle this. I'm super excited for the guys, and I want to be out there rolling with them and show them what I got, but I gotta wait until next year. But it's really cool being here. It's very surreal. Like, you know, you feel like a little schoolgirl coming in here like, oh, this is so sick.
Redshirting, so I'm just here to help the guys out as much as I can, especially Carson, because I've known him for so long. Hoping he does well this weekend. He's ready to go, and I'm just going to do everything I can for him.
Sammy is such a big part of the team. He's a great leader, great captain. I mean, he's called me out a few times on things I've done wrong, and I've learned from him. So he's very wise when it comes to wrestling, and he knows how to keep people going whenever times get rough in the practice room. So he's a phenomenal leader on the team.
Just a stud. His mindset is just different. He's always got a positive mindset, always believing in himself. Things could go a million reasons wrong, and Jesse's still like, I'm good. And that's something that he's really good at. I think he's ready to go this weekend. He's gonna hammer some dudes.
Jesse's a phenomenal wrestler. He knows how to stay composed whenever it gets heated. He did the right things, and yeah, he looked fantastic.
Honestly, Nagao, I didn't know too much about him. I knew he was good on top, and he's scrappy. He's real scrambly, hard to finish on. So, you know, I didn't know too much about him. I hit a sweep single. He pulls me up to a body lock and get my hands locked, and you kind of just got to send it there, a little Kyle Dake style. I plan him and get 2 swipes. He rolls over. Wish I would have worked a little bit harder to keep on his back for that extra swipe, but you know, not the way it worked out. It's a thought that goes in your head that you're going to the finals, but for like a second, like you instantly have to snap back into it because there's a guy coming at you. So it's like 4-1. That's such a dangerous spot to be thinking you're going to the finals. So it's like, felt like I was in the match the whole time. I knew there was a possibility of coming back. And second period, the guy ends up riding me out. Kid's he's tough on top. I mean, I can't remember a specific time in the semifinals match where I felt like it was slipping away, but it kind of did. We get into the third period. I think I gave up a takedown late in the match, late in the third period, forced overtime, and then I get stung in overtime.
Takedown on mat number 4.
There's things I wish I would have changed about that match, and it's just there's lessons in it. I'm gonna get better from it, and just move forward.
Action's getting ready to go down pretty soon, and team-wise, you got Penn State in first, Iowa in second, Nebraska had a hell of a semifinal round there in third, and the Bucks are in fourth place. Romero's gonna be wrestling Aaron Brooks. They rematched in the duel this year. I believe it was a 1 takedown match late, so he's gonna be looking to come out and take out the defending NCAA champion. Sasso just does what he's done all year, been super consistent and solid, wins in the semis. He's back once again into the Big Ten finals. He's been there several times. He's won this tournament, and he's looking to do it again. We're gonna crown 10 Big Ten champions and team title inside this building today. Pumped.
Sasso has really stepped up. I mean, you can just tell that he's hungry for the title. I mean, it's just kind of slipped out of his hands over the last few years, and seems really focused.
Sasso's a savage, man. That boy, he's good.
Sasso versus Max Murin was a heck of a match. I think he stepped up there and
you can't score on him, right? Very hard to score on. Hit a cradle from anywhere. I think he'll be great tonight.
We got Romero going in the finals. That's great.
I'm excited to see him against Aaron Brooks. I mean, they had a really close match in Columbus. We were both there. And it was, it went right down to the wire.
Caleb Romero popped up out of nowhere. Number 5 going to the finals. Let's go.
Yeah.
He's a hometown boy. We live a half hour from him.
Oh, so, awesome.
Yeah, that's who we're here to support.
It's going to be exciting. It's what we're stoked about today. It's going to be a big day in there.
On mat number 3, wrestling out of the green corner, for Minnesota, Michael Blocka. His opponent out of the red corner, for Ohio State, Sammy Sasso.
My finals match against Minnesota kid, Blockus. I wrestled him twice, and he made real good adjustments coming into that Big Ten final. Like he knew some things that were coming. He timed up my fake first 15 seconds of the match. Like I had my tie that I like, and I scored this on him both times we wrestled. I got him with fake snap, go behind, and he just timed it up. As soon as I faked, he was ready for it, dropped down, got an ankle pick. And it was like, couldn't scramble out of it really. So takedown there. I went upper body with him out over the summer during freestyle. I scored with my body lock, and then this time when I went to spin him, he just timed it, picked the ankle. And, I got to get that escape in the second period. Short time, I get out, get my 1, third period. I just wasn't moving my feet well that match. And towards the end of the third period, I started moving my feet more, get my escape, or he gets his escape, ties it up, and then we're going into overtime.
In the championship final, they go to sudden victory, Blockus and Sasso. Blockus on an early attack here in the overtime.
Even though I didn't set up attacks, when he shot in, he didn't have the angle on me, or he didn't have 2 legs wrapped up. So he was in on a shot, head in the middle, squared up. Like that's right where I want to be, especially in overtime when pressure's on. Once I'm there, it's like, let's end this. I just felt like that was a real good match before Nationals. The odds of you getting into a match like that where pressure's high, you got to score in certain scenarios, and then you go into overtime. It was just good to get that under my belt. Like last match, Big Tens, you're on upset alert. You know, you kind of get tough, find a way, and get your hand raised. So it was like, gave me confidence going into Nationals. Like, you know, we get into matches like this again. You know, I'm coming out on top.
And on match number 3, they rise for the championship. For Penn State, Aaron Brooks. From Ohio State, Caleb Romero.
Right before the match, Logan's like, all right, you know he's gonna come in hot. He's like, be ready for him to try to get a takedown right at the beginning. Because last match, there was only one takedown the whole match, and he's like, be ready for a 1 minute sprint. He's gonna come out really hard.
I try to tell myself, just expect the fight no matter what. So that's kind of what I did. He came out, he was leading pretty much the whole time, and I just continued to stay in there. I expected a fight.
Obviously, wasn't very pretty, didn't wrestle very well at all. I was happy with myself again, not super proud of the end result, but like I said, you can only ask for everything that you give, and I felt like I gave it all I could. Come off a mat and Logan's like, man, he's like, that one's on me. I'm sorry, that's on me. I'm like, why? And he's like, I told you be ready for the 1 minute sprint, not the 7 minute sprint. I was like, I thought he was gonna slow down at some point too, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, we had some great wins and some tough losses. Ups and downs, love these guys. You know, we got some seniors that wrestled well. Tough one for Caleb. You know, that was a really tight match in the dual meet, and he's been out since then because you know Brooks brings the heat. You know, and if you're not ready mentally for that, you're gonna have a problem. I'm really happy. I'm really proud of him. He came back. You know, took a second to Big Ten. He's got a couple matches to go at the national tournament, and he's healthy now. So.
Feel him in this.
Tough day. You know, it's a tough day for him. You know, we love him. He's an incredible worker. He's a great leader here. He's a true freshman. We know he's a guy that can do big things at the Nationals. So it's win and learn and lose and learn, right? You're just always learning. And Jesse learned today, and so did we about Jesse. He had a really good weekend. You know, he's a scramble away from being in the finals. Hoffman, semifinalist. You know, we had to pull him. He's injured. You're done this weekend, and we'll get you ready to go. Found a way. Sammy's a tough guy. 4th time in the finals here. He's got 2 titles and 2 seconds, and he's wrestling really well. Just a gritty win for him tonight. A really tough, gritty win. It didn't look like it was going well, but he found a way to get it done. Be really disciplined the next 2 weeks. It's got to be the best wake-up they've had, the best rest they've had in many ways, and get ready for the big show. You know, about 3 of them. It's their last chance here. You know, so yeah, some good, some tough, but we'll regroup and get ready for the next 2 weeks.
You know, we kind of had a weird tournament where we got 4th place, I think. I think maybe we could have gotten maybe 3rd or so if we wrestled a little bit better in some areas, but so we didn't end up too terribly.
I thought we were trending up, and that's what I told the team after the Big Tens. I was like, as long as we're trending up, we're in a good spot, all right? And that's what I felt when we left the Big Tens.
Good comes from losses, so it's a sucky tournament for me, but it doesn't matter. It's all for seeds. Made it to nationals, but that's obviously not the goal. So I just make the wrongs right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good tournament, bud. You too, guys.
I would say it's the premier event in the world in the sport of wrestling. In terms of attendance, in terms of viewership, it's the compilation of a year of work. Today was a good day, man. The emotion has been incredible. Our guys, they wrestled so tough and so proud of them. The goal all year long was get a trophy, and we're in the hunt.
I knew I just had to go out and do what I do. Be Sammy Sasso, get to the legs, score points, and things were going to take care of themselves.